Well, how's the audio there, Robbie?
It's sounding good and clean.
All right. Well, let's get this thing started.
Low things like Ace.
Welcome everybody to another Georgia Archery podcast. Podcast number
10.
Oh my goodness, we did 10 of these things.
10 of them since we started, man.
10 podcasts.
And we've got people that listen.
People actually
and
listen.
follow, and they can't wait for the next one to come out.
I saw a post over there that said I'm hooked. So that's good. I guess it's Thursday, right?
It is Thursday.
So that makes it the
Thursday weekend preview.
Weekend preview. That's what we're here for. Well, what are we going to preview this week?
Well, there's kind of a little minor tournament going on.
But it's
in Kentucky.
That little tournament that everybody's gone to.
Yeah, that little tournament that everybody's gone to
with their duck waders.
Dude, I heard somebody was taking a canoe.
Okay,
canoe.
They canceled the team shoot today because of weather.
Yep.
And the U.S. Archery 3D World Team Trials had been Wednesday and Thursday of this week.
Right.
And so, if anybody saw my updates on Instagrams,
I seen them.
So.
They was on the Twitter.
We had two Georgians sitting in the top 5 in the male yesterday.
We did.
And
and they shot fairly well.
Yep. I mean, I don't know if you're a fan of 3D from the long haul. Jeff Hopkins is the Earnhardt of 3D.
Yeah.
I mean, he was the 7-time champion before. He was before Levi. Levi came along like Jimmy Johnson and knocked the pedestal off, but he was the.
That's a good way to look at it, man.
You never thought of that? Seriously, Jeff Hopkins is the Earnhardt, and then
or Richard Petty.
Yeah, or Richard Petty, but and we're just talking about that time frame.
Right.
Would be the Earnhardt, and then Levi would be the Jimmy Johnson because he comes through. Jimmy Johnson's got more wins. That's what happens.
I guess. I mean, I'm not.
Well, I don't watch it anymore either, but that's just how I've always competed. So he was sitting on top, and his son Scott was shooting and finished second for the first day. And then Tyler Hill was third, 1 point back behind Scott.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was Dalton, and then Ethan.
Right.
So I thought that was pretty good. Cool. We got 2 Georgians sitting in top,
and almost a Georgia.
Well, I mean that's what Dalton lived here for a long time.
He's a Georgia kid.
Yeah, I mean he lived here for a long time. He grew up in Georgia. But then today, 7:30 this morning.
Well, that's early
when they were on the range.
Yep.
And then they had to wait for rain.
In Kentucky?
Really?
London?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Imagine that.
So, but they got done.
They did.
And
wet and muddy, but they got done nonetheless.
Yeah, and didn't have any service. I've actually texted and talked to both of them. So Tyler Hill finished second behind Jeff. I
don't know if y'all know who Tyler is.
He's a good kid.
He's a young kid. I say kid. I mean, I guess technically he's an adult, but he's considerably younger than we are.
He's a kid to me.
Yeah. From down around the RDO area, he hangs out with.
Just graduated college.
Down at Scott's place at RDO. Just graduated college.
Yep.
But last year, maybe middle towards the end of the year, dude really turned it on.
Yeah, he picked up some.
I mean, he won an event last year, I want to say.
Yep.
And opened 8. I think it was.
Yeah, something. I can't remember.
And then he jumped to semi-pro this year.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yep.
And he's not finished as well as his hoped, but it's not because he's not putting in work.
No.
I mean, the dude.
It's a different game.
And every time different level of competition.
Every time you move up, it's bigger.
Right. But Tyler can flat pick them up and put them down.
Yep. And he carries a great attitude.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's the other side of it. I mean, there are archers out there that are phenomenal archers, but you know they carry it. They carry it all on their shoulder. You know, you can see it. You don't want to talk to them if they had a bad day. Tyler, you know, he's going to laugh and giggle and have some fun.
That's what this game's all about.
That's right. So
if you can't cut up and have a good time and enjoy doing what you're doing,
that's right.
Why do it? I mean, we shot 3D tonight. I didn't even take a scorecard.
That's right.
I was sitting there having a good time.
Mm-hmm. Well, I had a good time.
And I mean, I didn't shoot as well as I'd like, but
I hit a couple of 12s.
I mean, it was fun. I wasn't on the time.
Wind was blowing.
Championship or nothing, you know?
Wind was blowing.
The wind was blowing.
And the sun was bearing down.
It was hot in the beginning, but when the sun finally went over the top of the trees,
I had a good time. Well, that's that ACE 3D Thursday, right?
Right.
Okay, so.
But anyway, back to Tyler. I mean, dude he shot very well this year. He hasn't finished as high as he would like, I'm sure, but it's not from a lack of trying.
No.
But just for him to go to Kentucky and try for the World 3D team and make it.
That's right.
Dude, congrats, Tyler.
That's right.
And I'm sure we'll get to Ethan, and congrats to Ethan, too.
Oh, yeah.
But congratulations to Tyler. Your hard work has not gone unnoticed.
That's right. Well, I mean, Ethan finished third. Come from behind. He's in the fifth.
Right.
Moved all the way up to third.
And
Ethan's a good kid.
Dude,
and here's what, you know, Ethan played with the big boys for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, you know, a little bit of judging yardage. So he jumped over yonder to the known class and hey,
he won.
You know.
I think he won one last year.
So he's been playing that game. But this game was all unknown.
Right. It's totally different from him.
Yeah, and but he did pretty good.
Apparently.
So
he can judge your own.
Yep. And so he got there. And so congratulations. We'll have 2 Georgia guys going to Canada to represent for
so out of the 3 team members, we've got 2 are Georgia guys.
Yeah.
And I respectfully say 2 Georgia kids.
Yeah.
Because I believe both of them are probably young men, great way to put it. Both of them are probably 21 or 22 or younger. I mean, I don't know.
Well, Ethan's younger than that.
Yeah, I mean, Ethan, I don't even think he's 20.
No.
Or right there at it.
Yeah.
And they're going to shoot with a 7-time Shooter of the Year world champion.
That's right.
I can't imagine the level of excitement that they must feel. But I guess it's just excitement. I mean, dude, you get to go shoot in Canada.
Oh, yeah.
With Jeff Hopkins on your team.
And the cool part, you get a red, white, and blue.
The red, white, and blue.
That's right.
With
so
Jeff Hopkins.
That's awesome. I mean, congratulations, guys.
And, you know, as well as the recurve shooters and the barebow shooters, and I'm not really familiar with a lot of them. Did Miss Timberlake make it?
I think she's the alternate.
Okay.
So,
Calvin Smock and them guys, I don't know. I'm sure that they were trying out, but I don't follow.
I didn't see the whole list. I saw Jolena said she made it. And so, and then he was number one. John was first, and I mean, but that was a good. I mean, it's pretty cool. We watch media just like everybody else, and Cam was there, and Cam was posting, and Cam was doing some videos. So that's where I got most of my information from, because that's how this works, right? Yep. And we're trying to do our thing on the Georgia level. So,
well, what is Jeff's son's name? Scott.
Hopkins.
I mean, that dude just went pro like the second or third term of the year.
Yep.
I mean,
and he's a young man.
Put yourself in his position this morning. He's shooting for a place on the world team
against his daddy.
That's
right. And then 2 kids from Georgia. I mean, that's
and one from North Carolina.
Yep. Well, and there was some more. There was some more on that list too. Don't get me wrong. We just talking about the top 5.
We're just talking about the ones that we know.
Yeah, and the top 5. So, because I mean, that was what we were checking out yesterday, and then where those were the ones. There could have been somebody that snuck through the back door, but they didn't, and that's fine. But congratulations, fellas. We'll get with y'all sometime.
Yeah, You got
All right.
little teaser.
We'll get with y'all
Sometime in
sometime.
the future.
Yeah, we'll get with y'all sometime in the future.
Y'all pay attention up there and watch for that coming up in the future.
Yeah. So we'll get with them.
Too much.
We'll get with them. Talk to them. And let's see. We talked about that. So let's talk about Kentucky. Everybody's gone to Kentucky,
It's
so
gonna be wet.
it's wet, like other times. But Kentucky honestly has always been my least favorite shoot.
I've shot Kentucky one time, and that was, I want to say 2017. It's the only time I've ever been there. It wasn't wet when Nathan and I went. It was actually really, really nice.
Yeah.
It was hot during the day, but in the evenings it got down fairly cool.
Yeah.
And Nathan and I camped out.
Yep.
As a matter of fact, Nathan had to get my daughter, and I went.
That's right. I remember.
And it was very pleasant for the evenings. I don't really have any bad experience in Kentucky. I've never got a good one.
Well, I mean, I haven't had the experience any bad. It's just not my favorite shoot. You know,
it was dark where I shot in the woods.
And it was always, I mean,
uphill, downhill.
Yeah, but I mean, that part, I don't know. It's, you know, you have your favorites. You know.
So what would be your favorite?
Probably Phoenix City. I mean, it's because it was a classic for so long, and it was always where everybody, you know, we finished up.
So
Columbus,
so that would be my favorite.
That was my favorite.
I won my most money.
That was my favorite. You lost your most money, Dustin.
It was Columbus.
No,
the classic.
When the release was?
It was the classic.
Oh,
Columbus. Finished not as high as I should have.
No, you was there.
When you lead after day one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I ain't even gonna make it. It's crash and burn, boom to the bottom. There was a release break.
Yeah.
But in reality, I mean, how much of an excuse is that? I didn't have a backup, which is my own fault.
Yeah, but I mean, either there, it was a mental thing.
Oh yeah,
more than anything else.
Oh, yeah,
I understand.
I mean, because when the release broke, the arrow did hit the target.
That's right.
It did get a 5. It could have been a 0.
Oh yeah.
And I was already at that point for the day. I was already up like 6 up. I think it was the 4th target that we shot, and I shot like 3 12s out of the first 4 or 5 targets, and then it breaks.
Yeah.
And it's a 5.
Okay. But anyway,
I had to borrow the release to get through. And I went to the breakdown bags, and it was more mental than what
I understand that. I mean, that happens. But yeah, that's probably my favorite. It's because it was a classic for so long. I mean, it was. But we've shot. I mean, there's places that we don't shoot anymore that we've shot. You know, they were fun places. I don't care. Y'all can talk about how muddy or nasty it's going to be, but nobody. If you remember Myrtle Beach, you'll know what wet was. Myrtle Beach was a monsoon.
I never shot them.
Yeah, and then
now I shot Gainesville.
Yeah,
we needed a bib or
to cross over.
When it was
there when it snowed that day.
When it snowed, but it looked like it. It was solid white on the ground in Gainesville, Florida.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy.
Cold.
Yep.
Look at Duncan.
I remember that. We was there together.
Yep.
But anywho, old times, right?
Yes. Hey, it's fun reliving them.
It is. But we will want to wish every Georgia archer and anybody, all our friends anyway, that are not Georgia archers, and if you listen to this, we want to wish anybody who's going to safe travels to Kentucky. Shoot them straight. And good luck to everybody. So,
absolutely.
And there's this. That's on this side. That's on the East Coast.
Mm-hmm.
There's a tournament on the West Coast.
There is, and we know a few people out there too.
Yeah. We got Georgia archers out there. So this weekend is sort of a hot weekend for World Archery Trials, because like we just talked about the 3D trials. Well, on the West Coast over there, what do they call that? SoCal. Yeah, that's the I think it's a Doinker SoCal Shootout. It's in Chula Vista, California. You get to watch the sunset over Mexico.
Well, I saw a picture of Lexington. The mountain in the background.
Yep. It's beautiful.
I can honestly say that's something I've never done.
It's gorgeous. If the weather's like, she said the wind is really bad. So I'm never calling for 60-mile-an-hour gust. But
Okay, so
she said it was cold because the 85 is the high year round in California.
is that where in that part of California?
Yeah, I mean it's just it's 85 and sunny, almost 98% of the day. Mm-hmm.
So if your bail number is 10,
yeah, you might hold them 3,
and yet you get a 60-mile-an-hour wind gust come by, dude.
Yeah,
the pin would wind up on like bail 20.
Yeah, so you start on 3, and you hope to get.
And you just let it blow.
Yours.
It's almost there. Shoot.
Yeah, we drive by. No doubt. Indianapolis. Indianapolis. When we shot Indianapolis Outdoor Nationals, it was real windy that day.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody had shorts on the first day. The next day turned out cold and windy. That's when the pros were behind the bales trying to find their arrows, and that's when you knew how windy it was.
Yeah,
if you got pros
Jesse behind the
bales looking for arrows, you know that it's been cold. Windy.
Yeah.
So, and so if they're going to have that, it's going to make it interesting.
Yeah, anything can happen at that point.
That's right. So who can drive by the best?
Right.
Thumb trigger.
Absolutely.
So, anywho.
Tim ought to be in SoCal.
Well, we do have a guy down there that knows how to use trigger.
We do have a guy in SoCal that can handle the trigger very well.
All right. But, so SoCal is the same thing. It's a busy weekend. It's actually Youth World Team Trials for this week. So tomorrow is the first day of team trials for the youth. And then they'll have the regular SoCal tournament Saturday and Sunday. And then if you made the top whatever on Monday, you're back to finish out to figure out who's going to make the team. And so that's pretty cool that in the same weekend, they're going to set 2 teams. We already set one earlier this week, Wednesday, Thursday, and then the weekend they'll set a team. So that's pretty cool. And there's Georgians trying for that. So good luck to everybody who flew out that way. Safe travels.
So we have Georgia archers
on the East Coast, West Coast.
On the left coast?
Yep.
And the right.
That's right. Right now. Yep. So we got them on both sides of the world.
The talent is good.
Yep. So knock on something. If somebody, everybody knows Kurt's Broadnecks. He's done it before.
They won the Gold Cup.
Yeah. But he went to Worlds. He made World Team last. Went to Argentina.
Yeah.
And finished over there good. So
he knows how to handle the trigger and the wind.
Yeah, and he's a Georgian. Mm-hmm. So we got Georgians on all over the place. So wish on everybody the best of luck. On both coasts.
All right. So for the right coast side, give me your pro pick.
Oh my God.
Who are you picking? In the unknown class, we'll start the unknown class. This is something a little new. You didn't know this was coming.
Man, he sprung this on me. I ain't even thought. I ain't even.
What is the Jeopardy?
I need Jack.
Jackson's in.
I'm gonna take Jack.
That's a good pick.
I'm gonna take Jack.
Because Jack would be hard not to pick.
Yeah.
I'm going Levi, and I'm going simply because he hasn't fared as well this year as he has in years past.
He's hungry.
I got a feeling he's been a little bit more quiet on social media, on his Instagram. I got a feeling dude's going down there with
he's hungry.
Because how it is when people start talking.
You can't put Dan out.
He's another one that's tough not to pick.
And on the other side of that, I go with my boy because he shoots PSE. That's one of the reasons I went with him. Don't get me wrong. We got a rep, but he's a good shot. Jack's always done the thing. But you got to think Jeff Hopkins just got 2 days of hard practicing.
This is true. This is true. He's got a little bit of an advantage on everybody.
He done got 2 days of hard practicing in
London.
In London. So,
all right, the female looking class.
Well, I'm gonna go with my girl from Georgia, just for the simple fact that she hasn't. She's
in the same boat.
She's
a little hungry.
Yeah, and she's seen that she needs it and wants it, that kind of thing. So,
Taylor.
I'm gonna go with Kaylee.
All right. Well, I'm gonna have to go Sherry.
Well, that would be a double win back to backs on that, wouldn't it? So that'd be sweet. Sherry back Jack. So
all right. So for the known class, now this one could be. You could flip a quarter.
Oh my God! You could flip 20 quarters and still not get the right answer, because that is so close. Like, who's get the hot day? Any of the top 5, 6 guys always can be there. It's who gets the hot day.
My pick might surprise you.
Really?
Garrett Anderson.
Oh, we're going Garrett.
Garrett, I've been following him.
Yeah.
He's been putting in some work.
He has.
He has done well in Kentucky.
Yeah.
For the most part. It's the best I can remember.
Yeah.
I'm going Garrett.
I got you.
They don't shoot a prime.
No.
They don't shoot a PSC.
No.
But the dude can shoot.
I don't know who to go with.
Back to the Jeopardy music.
I'm going to go with Lon.
It'd be hard not to pick him.
I mean,
he's been putting in the work too.
He's a good kid.
Yeah. Y'all got to hang out with him in Augusta.
Yeah, we did. We hung out. Both the brothers. We got to hang out with him for a little while. So had a good time.
Well, Tyler's Caleb's best friend.
Yes, he is. Yeah. And let me tell you something about Tyler. Tyler had a couple of releases in his pocket. Yeah. And he said, "Hey, give these to one of the kids."
Yep.
And you know which one got it, right?
I'm guessing.
Okay.
I think it might be the guy that went from 4th
to second. That was it.
In the middle school open,
that's right.
Shoot down
at the
S3.
Yeah, that's who he is shooting that release.
So he's got Tyler.
So he's got Tyler Mullins. It's the Scott Longhorn, mini Longhorn. Yep. It's silver with scratches in it and everything else.
But it's Tyler's release.
I couldn't drag it out of his hands if he wanted to.
I can't imagine what you would.
You can't drag it out.
Him and that Matthews and that release.
Yep.
Are glued together.
Yep. He's picking it up and putting them down with it, and he's fine. He picked up his confidence this week, and the smile on that. Oh God, yes, it was awesome.
I asked him the other day. I said, "Was your arm at him?"
He said, "Nope, I fell on him.
I just fell on him."
I said, "It's better than falling out of him."
Probably 300 times this year. It's better to fall in.
It is to fall out.
It is to fall out.
Amen.
Central 10 is your friend.
So, since there's a whole bunch of tournaments on East Coast, West Coast, out of states, and half the world is gone, what's going on in the state this weekend?
I heard that there's one going on over at Noble Fellowship.
Noble Fellowship. And it's a two-day ASA qualifier. And it's way up there in the corner. It's actually a Georgia, Tennessee, Alabama qualifier. So you pick Tri-State qualifier. Qualifier.
It's 9:38, call it 9:40.
Oh my God! You ain't got to tell everybody what time we do this. We could be doing this. We could be doing this at 9 a.m. Dude, they don't know.
They don't know when it comes out.
Yeah. So Noble Fellowship has a tournament this weekend, and so if you're not doing anything else, and if you're on the south side of the world, you're gonna drive to the north, or if you're in that neck of the woods and you decided not to go swimming in Kentucky, are getting blown away by the wind in SoCal, then
check out Noble
Fellowship.
Now, is that the last qualifier? I know we said that.
No. There's one more, and that's Sweetwater.
Corrected.
Sweetwater has another one the next week. So that's that. And I want to mention something because we always try to mention state stuff ahead of time.
Mm-hmm.
The GBAA State Field in Savannah. Y'all heard me talk about the 14-14-14. We talked about that in one of our podcasts. We had that tournament that we hosted was a state target, which is international round.
Right.
So this round here is actually the full field round. It's a lot of arrows, but it's a whole lot of fun. So if you want to try yourself, test yourself on archery, this is the tournament to do it. So it's in Savannah, and here's the best way, fellas. You want to go shoot your bow? Tell your wife you're going to the beach.
Dang, dang, dang.
Because I mean, don't.
You can go to.
That's right. I mean, that's the point.
I'm going to see that.
That's right. So how many times, for me, I'll go to hang out at the beach by an hour, maybe an hour and a half. I'm good.
Not much of the beach.
No, I mean, I'll go up there, watch the waves a little bit, and, relax. I like watching the sunset or sunrise. About an hour, I'm good. But the lady folks, they always want to hang out all day and just kick back and watch the suns burn them. And that's not my thing. So it works out perfect. Hey, babe, I got this tournament in Savannah. So you want to go hang out in Tybee? And you can hang out all day. Drop me off at the range, drive over to Tybee, hang out all day.
Just pick me up.
Come back and pick me up in the evening. Because it's an all-day affair. 2 days. You shoot 28 targets, 4 arrows each target.
That's over 100 arrows.
And then,
112 to be exact.
And then you sit down, do your totals. They put up 14 more animal targets, and you shoot at them. 1 arrow per target if you hit the right spot, if you need to hit another one. We don't have many people that have to hit the second arrow. But that's 14 more on top of it. So now where you're at?
A lot of arrows.
All right. Then you come back the next day and you do them 28 targets again.
You thought I was going to catch you like a man.
Yeah, I saw your brain say, a lot of arrows.
No,
but what I'm saying is that you learn a lot about yourself shooting that tournament in archery.
Oh, I can imagine.
Because I'm going to tell you why I like it. You get to walk through the woods as a break between them. You know what I'm saying? It's like 3D.
Mm-hmm.
I think you spend 3 hours shooting 20 arrows for 3D.
Right.
I mean, on average. Right? Well, for your money, 112 arrows and then 14 more and then another 112. You get your money's worth of arrows.
Sounds like it.
But it's not standing in one spot like they're doing in USAT or whatever. So you get to see different size targets and different size, and then you have some shade or some light, just like you do in 3D.
So what face are you shooting?
So the first day you shoot a field face, which is a black and white face.
Mm-hmm.
So it has black and white rings. The next day you shoot the hunter round, which is an all black face with a white center.
Gotcha.
So you get both things going. And you get to see it all, plus some 3D on top. I mean, the animal targets on top of it. And they got an orange dot on them, so if you shoot it, you get an extra bonus point.
An orange dot?
Yeah, it's a stick. Well, it's paint. It's printed on. It's not on. But it's a lot like.
It gives you something to hold. You can see that dot to hold on.
Most of the time. Mm-hmm. So, and it's, different size, different target distances and that kind of thing. So it's a ball. I think I enjoy it. But you learn a lot about you. You can learn a lot about your equipment. You can learn a lot about you. When 3D, if you misset your sight, what happens?
Don't work out too good.
And then you can't get it back, right?
Well, you can,
but you know what I'm saying. It's like you're digging out of a hole,
right?
But if you misset your sight on the first arrow, you have 3 more arrows to make up on that range. So you only lost 1 arrow out of the bunch. Mm-hmm. If you make a shot. When we used to not, when we used to have to guess the yardage, right? When we used to guess the yardage, right? Sometimes you could say, "Oh, I missed the number," but it could have been a bad shot. You had the number,
right?
You didn't know
because we didn't care.
Because you didn't care. No, we didn't know it. We didn't know. So essentially, now you make a bad shot, you know it, and you get 2 or 3 more times, depending on where the shot falls, to make up, and you learn a lot.
Now, is it hot when y'all shoot that?
Well, it's in Savannah, so it's on there, but there's a little bit of breeze comes through. A lot of times we get that afternoon rain. I've been down there when it rained hard, and I've been down there when it was just hot and dry. The wind didn't blow, so it ain't been bad. But and then you get to eat some seafood because it's right there.
Yeah, the only reason why I asked, that one you've got to really prepare for water.
Yep.
And water intake wise.
Yeah, you want to hydrate. I mean, you want to hydrate in all these terms we just talked about.
Yeah, absolutely. But the amount of arrows that you're shooting for that particular shoot and the amount of time that you're there,
that's right.
You really got to take the water intake seriously.
Oh yeah.
Days before.
Oh yeah, you got to start ahead of time.
Not just the day of.
Yeah. And it makes a difference. I mean, you saw it last weekend. You could see the ones that did and the ones that didn't.
Yes. So by the time we got in to shoot down some of them.
Yep. And then when I was at Gator Cup, we had a couple folks fall off, and that was the same thing. It's just they didn't, because sometimes it's that kind of hot where you don't know because you're not sweating, so you don't really get that. Oh my God, steamy heat because you're getting there's a breeze off the water. No, I'm talking about in Savannah. You get a little breeze off the water, so it doesn't feel, you're not right on the water, but you're still getting that sort of, that feel. So yeah, you gotta hydrate. But I think that if anybody wants to try a tournament, I mean, come on. The cool part about it, S3DA kids, we're over, right? As far as
other
nationals, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they have PINS classes.
Really?
Yeah. NFAA has PINS classes, and do not be scared about the distance. That was the one thing that I kept hearing. I had someone ask me, so that's 80 yards. I said, do you understand you shoot 2 arrows at 80 yards? Just if you chose not to shoot them, right? That's just 2 scores. The number that we're looking for is the number, make the best shots when they're close,
Yeah, make those count.
Make those count. I mean, it's not like it's, people get scared of the distance. But it's not like it's a animal that's only, 2 foot tall. It's a big round target, so that you can catch some lines on way out. Even if you fell out of it. So don't be scared of the distance, but come and enjoy this. I'm telling you, it is.
Let Mama go to the beach.
Yeah, let Mom go to the beach.
And
go shoot arrows. And I'm not going to tell you where we eat at because I don't need that many more people showing up and waiting on tables. But find your seafood restaurant to eat at. Find you a seafood restaurant to eat at.
Don't hold out on the place, because we already know that Big John knows where the restaurants are that are working.
I can tell you this: everybody who's been there knows where I eat at. Everybody that's gone before all knows where we're going.
Saturday night.
Yeah.
You know where John's.
Yeah, because Friday night I'll be leaving here driving down.
Gotcha. So Saturday night at about 7:30, 8 o'clock.
Yeah, roughly. I get a jump in the shower, cool off, and then go over there and drink some adult. Now, yeah, we try to call in because it's packed. It's a nice place. It's packed. You can get some gator tail on top of shrimp, lobsters if you wanted.
I wonder if I can drive down on Saturday just to enjoy that dinner.
Well, you could. And then some adult beverages.
What is that?
You wouldn't know nothing about that.
No.
Oh, yeah. Well, when you grow up, Sonny.
Yeah, I still got to grow up. I need to.
You need some Kool-Aid?
My wings.
Need some Kool-Aid?
I'll take some Kool-Aid.
But yeah, so we have a good time. And then we go. Don't eat too much fried food because you got to shoot 12 more arrows. But we do have a good time and enjoy ourselves. And it always falls in the right time that you can eat oysters.
I can dig it. Adult beverages and oysters.
Oh, yeah.
I'm down with that kid on camera.
Well, Byron Thompson. I was over there just struggling, trying to crack them suckers. He's cracking them 3-1. I started just grabbing his.
Here, dude. Here's the tip. Appreciate you cracking your oysters.
So, and we always have a good time. I mean, the boys down there from Wildcat are always there, because that's in Pooler, and so that's the closest archery shop. the ones that come from, so all of that crew, that comes, they're always there. So we have a good time. Buster Marshall and comes down and Chrissy. And so we always have a good time with that group. So I think that if you ain't got nothing better to do than go to the beach for your wife, because she's like, yeah, beach, yeah,
sign me up. Tybee Island, yeah, sure.
So, and then you go shoot the boat. So I think I think that everybody there should be an influx in registrations this week, because I just made it sound so much fun.
And then when you register, make sure that you make a post on Facebook and add the Georgia Archery hashtag.
Yeah, Georgia Archery hashtag. I signed up, Georgia Archery hashtag. So
I got registered thanks to Big John and Robbie.
I'm telling you, it's the most fun you'll ever have. If anybody who's scared to death of it, Matt Malone, Chris Cate, Byron Thompson, they had never done it before. And I kept begging them to come. They come down. They say it's the most favorite thing there is. Matt Malone, he's getting married next weekend.
So he won't be there.
He won't be there. He was
Matt, what were you thinking?
I said, did you set that date wrong? But he knows.
Congratulations on getting married, y'all. But you couldn't have picked a different weekend.
A different weekend. So,
Miss Malone or Miss Feature Malone, if you picked a date, I understand.
It's okay. But like I told him, I was like, don't, because he said the same way. He said the same thing.
Most of y'all just skip the wedding and go
slim to none.
Slim to none.
And none being the bigger part.
Yeah.
But yeah, so everybody who's ever done it once says, well, because when Byron come back, he's like, man, we got to have field ranges everywhere. Mm-hmm. We need to put some field ranges up here. We need to get more places to shoot, because it is fun. It really, come on. Well, here's the deal. Nationals this year is held in South Dakota for field. Mm-hmm. And next year probably be in Darrington, Washington. It's a nice little airplane flight. Mm-hmm. Beautiful courses from what I've been told. So you can shoot the next one.
I'm gonna stick to my local Georgia.
Florida is full of some field ranges. They have a field range. I'll tell you when they have a field range. They have. I scrolled through and seen you over there talking some podcast happening now.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. We're almost 40 minutes deep in this thing. We didn't figure we'd go 20
because we didn't have nothing to talk about.
I told you.
It always happens that way. But yeah, so the state field is the 29th and 30th.
King's comment. Kenwood, good luck over in Kentucky. But I don't know if we're still.
What did he say?
He said, I'm going to scare all the listeners away.
Well, see, that's why we all got faces for freaking radio. That's why we do this.
Right. That's why it's a podcast. We got a video.
Exactly. But yeah, so good luck to everybody shooting somewhere this weekend. And get signed up for the state field. I think it'll be the most fun you've ever had. You ain't got to worry about some crazy uphills and downhills, because we are in Savannah, so it's flat. And Sandy. It's okay. But congratulations to the winner of the drop away rest. We got that to him this past weekend. So
we'll do another one of those.
Yep.
You're coming up.
So last but not least, there will be a YouTube video. The weekend review didn't get done.
There's just not enough time in the day.
But I was trying to get all the audio up, because I guess everybody saw the bonus.
Yeah.
The bonus cast. It wasn't really a Georgia Archery bonus, which was all the interviews and stuff we did. It wasn't that long, but it was good.
It was good.
And, so I took a lot of video.
You did.
So I sort of pieced some pieces together with some music in the background, make it a little fun, so you can sort of maybe see yourself in this video. And it will be live in about this time this comes out. Actually, it'll be in the link of the bio on this.
And make sure when you like and share each one of these posts that you put the Georgia Archery
hashtag
in the post.
And if you're in Kentucky, SoCal, wherever you're at, you post a picture of yourself Georgia Archery. Hashtag Georgia Archery. So if you need to contact us for any reason, you can email us at georgiaarchery@gmail.com.
You can call Big John at 911.
No. But you can find all this information on www.georgiaarchery.com.
Really?
And you can find us on social media.
On Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Don't you got a Snapchat or something?
There's a chat snap. There's a twit snap, chat, Gram, whatever you want to call it.
I'm not cool enough to
Gram chat.
Do the Gram stuff and all.
Oh, yeah, but well, that's your personal. We're not going to talk about your Marco Polo.
Marco. Steve calls that Sharks and Minutes, man. Every time Billy Ball and I chat with the Marco Polo. Dude, are you on that Sharks and Minutes again? Yeah. Well, can you tell Billy to call me? I can.
That's funny. I mean, that's just the way our world is now.
But it's so easy.
I know, but that's the thing. It's just instant.
It's instant. It's microwave.
That's right. Well, they ain't no instant archery. I can promise you that.
No.
You got to put your time in. So, yeah, good luck to everybody. You can find us everywhere. This will be up soon, number 10. There was a teaser, so we already did that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anything else?
I think that's it. We pretty much covered everything.
Jake, we ran longer than again. You ain't going to get all this one in.
We were shooting for that 32-minute mark.
Yeah. You couldn't get that one on the ride to work either.
Don't forget, bow season's coming up.
Yes.
Get your bows into your local pro shop.
Yes.
Get your strings and tables checked. Get your timing checked. If you need new strings and tables, get them in.
You change your oil on your car and you rotate your tires, or at least most people do. And strings are like tires; they wear out.
They do. And John, I'm gonna hit on something real quick.
Yeah.
A lot of people overlook a bow. Your car is sitting flat. Those tires aren't being used, or that mile marker on that oil change isn't being ticked off every mile that you drive. A bow, a compound bow, or even a recurve or a crossbow is under a load, whether it is sitting in your closet or if it's at full draw.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's always under a load.
Just because it's under the bed and you haven't shot it doesn't mean that negative effects are taking place for those things.
How many times people have a car set up and the tires dry rot on it?
Right.
It's the same thing.
Exactly. I don't know how many bows that I've had to put several twists in a cable straight out of the box because it was built 3 months earlier and it's set in the box. It was on a UPS truck. It's been hot. It's been cold.
That's right. So it's not something. It's not like the material's bad.
Well, we hear it all the time. I haven't shot it, so it should be good. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it probably is. Mm-hmm. But what you don't realize for the average person is that bow is under load
all the time.
It's static
24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Yep. So get them into your local pro shop. Someone that you trust. Let them check it out. If you need new strings and cables, get them now. Get them now. Don't wait.
Because
you'll be upset if you wait the week before deer season.
Yep.
You'll probably be sitting home unless you buy new bows.
On the first week, anyway. Yep. So yeah, that and you owe it to the deer or the animal you're shooting at to get your bow out and shoot it some.
That's right. Even if it's 10 hours a day.
4.
Get out and shoot. Get those muscles stretched out. Get the anchor points fine-tuned.
That's right.
Don't try to stretch it out to 100 if you can't hit 50.
That's right.
Don't stretch it out to 50 if you can't hit 20.
I mean, but you understand, you owe it.
Go get a lesson if you need it.
You owe it to the animal that you're wanting to take.
So,
to put in the time.
Yep.
Because being in the business, I have seen it. That says, the guy goes, well, I can hit a 5 plate. I'm like, dude, I don't want you getting, I don't even want to be in the hunt club with you. Not that back then we used to,
5 plate was good.
5 plate was good. But now,
if I ain't inside the yellow at 30 or 40 yards, I'm not hunting.
oh yeah, that's what I read something the other day. It was talking about, the progression of archery and how it used to be populate and then it went to whatever, and then now if I'm at a 6-inch group at 100 yards, I'm pretty good because I need to be the 4-inch group.
Personally, I'd be all right with a 6-inch
group. You're right, but this is a gentleman who's been in the business a long time. And, he's talking about the progression and whatever, and so I mean it's the same way. I just think that you owe it to the animal that you should be confident in your shot, not pull your bow out. Because how many people miss?
Well, we hear it all the time. I mean, guys come in and do it. I pulled it out of the closet. I didn't even have to touch my sights.
That's right.
Great.
That's awesome.
Great. The difference is that is not the case for the majority of people.
No, most definitely not.
You pull it out on Thursday, you shoot 4 arrows, they all hit within, let's say, a 3-inch circle at 20 yards. You're happy.
Yep.
You go to the stand Saturday morning, and the deer shows up at 28 yards, and you don't make that good of a shot. It happens all the time.
Yep.
It's happened to the best of us.
Oh, I mean, that's what I'm saying.
I can't imagine it being a 30-point buck out there.
If you thought, it's like, we've all made bad shots. It's going to happen. But what I'm saying is that if you're not going to, most people don't go to a job interview without knowing what they're interviewing for. Most people don't. You prepare yourself.
Right.
You prepare yourself for anything you do. You study for a test.
Right.
You don't just show up and go, this is what we're going to take today?
Good luck with that.
Yeah, so it's the same way. I mean, I'm not going to walk. I promise you, I'm not walking on to the Falcons and going to be a linebacker tomorrow because I'm a big guy. It's not going to happen because I ain't prepared for that. So it's the same thing. I think that's that guy, the guy that, I shot it last year or I shot it 2 years ago. And then, I just decided my cousin said he was going to go bow hunting, so I pulled it back out and I shot it. I mean, you owe it to the animal to prepare yourself, make good shots, so good. So, yes, get your bows in, make sure it works. I mean, it's hot outside, so find yourself a range.
7:30 to dark is the perfect time to shoot.
Yep, find yourself a range. Find yourself a place to shoot. If you don't have a place to shoot, some people in condos, there's lots of ranges across the state. DNR's got ranges. That's right. So you can find a place to shoot, practice.
Several archery shops.
Find you an archery shop. Make sure your stuff's good and be ready.
I guess what we're getting at, and it's not because we're in the shop and we're trying to sell you something to get you in the door.
I don't. It's not. This is help the person. That's right.
And be as successful as a bow hunter.
That's right.
That you can possibly be.
Yes. And that's what
It's just what it boils down to.
Exactly. So
we
that's
talked
what
about doing a bow hunter education class.
Yep.
Something that really needs to happen.
Yep.
And it's not because we're trying to put ourselves on a pedestal. We know everything.
No.
We've just had the opportunity to experience a bunch of stuff.
How many guys have you told one little tip to and they're in here making sure the peep is in the right spot and you change something on and their groups tighten up? And it's not like I said, It's just we do it all the time. And we're not doing it to make money. We're doing it because but I also feel like that I'm helping him make an ethical shot.
Exactly. Well, there's the majority of bow hunters, successful bow hunters, have few more deer with a bow than I have.
Oh yeah.
And bigger deer with
a bow than I have. I like to eat them, so I don't shoot big ones because I always backstraps walk around. It's like, yeah.
But for the last few years,
yep,
I have not put an animal in the back of the truck that I put the pin on.
Yep.
I put the pin on it and I decided to break a shot. The animal went in the truck.
Yeah. And so,
that comes with preparation.
Most definitely. And I mean, that's the way I look at it. And that's my point is, don't just make sure your car's running good, right?
Change the oil. Get some new tires.
That's right. And then put some new seats on it. Like so that you know how to, you know how to shoot it. You know how to ride it. If I got a Ferrari, don't mean I can race tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I had Tiger Woods clubs, I can't play Tiger Woods. You know, not just because I have his clubs. So it's not all about the equipment. There's no doubt. I mean, and yes, we're in the business, and so we see every type of equipment,
and we hear every kind of story,
and we see
every kind of
that's right, and we've seen. But you've seen all the antique equipment that's killed a lot of deer.
Oh yeah,
and it's like, I'm not going to try to, hey, that was Grandpa's bow, and it works. Let's put some string on it, and you get to shoot. Yeah, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. Side of that is somebody. We need to grow the sport. Not
one way to do that is more ethical kills.
Yep.
Less need for dogs.
That's right.
Less one to deer that you can't find. It's posted on social media.
And you will enjoy it a whole lot more.
And some tree hugger sees it.
Yep.
And
you'll enjoy it a whole lot more when you recover your animal.
Success is always much more fun
than
not having success. No matter what you're doing.
Spring.
Do 50 minutes.
I know. We just got off on a tangent.
We went down a rabbit hole.
We did.
Right down the rabbit hole.
We both a little tired.
Yes, most definitely.
And so, but anyway, let's get this. We're going to tie this up right now.
Right now. Podcast number 10.
Podcast number 10. Thank everybody, all the people who's listening. Tell everybody, #Georgia Archery. Until next time, I'm Big John.
And I'm Robin.
We'll see you.